All right, YouTube, here we go. This video is entitled How to Vet, Seek, Dump, and Deal with U.S. Women. Y'all hear this? These is notes. And it's so many thoughts that I just had to write them down. And I'm going to be reading them, but I'm going to be talking. And I'm going to try to condense this into like 20 minutes. It's 7:28. I want to try to condense this into 20 minutes. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to break this down into the line you should draw. You stay behind your line that you draw in the sand, in the relationship sand. You know, I know it's guys on here say, oh man, ain't none of this stuff going to work. They don't, and this ain't about hope. This is about you and whatever it is that you want and you desire in terms of dealing with women. Why would you just stop dealing with them? Why would you wait and go all the way halfway across the world to get treated the same? Now, if you choose to go all the way across the world, that's your choice. I'm not policing you. But I'm telling you that, trust me, man, I done worked in nursing homes. I done worked in corrections. I've been married for a long time. I've seen the good and bad of that. I had long-term relationships since the early 90s. I done been to a black college. Corrections. I listen. I listen. I hear a lot of conversations. People tell me a lot of things. This is all based on all of that. This is based on all of that. So we're going to start with what you shouldn't do and what you should do. So let's begin with, do not argue and try to convert women to polygyny. If they say they ain't gonna share, be like, are you sure? Because I'm gonna treat you, you tell them, say what you mean what you say. You tell them, are you sure? Because it shouldn't matter how many women a man has. It should matter how he treats you. Like the song, you're supposed to be like the woman on the song. Just be good to me. I don't care about them other girl. You're not supposed to care about them other girl. And if you like him, you into him, you should get along with them. That's the first thing. The next thing is kind of hand in hand with this. Do not give a woman a chance to belittle you or put you down in your thinking. Your thinking should be that of abundance mindset and the king. So if you married to somebody that tries to do this, minimize her in your mind. Kids or no kids, she got to be minimized. Don't let her build any castles in your mind. You're supposed to build your own mind house by pulling down all of that stuff that's not what you want. You don't let nobody put nothing in your mind that you don't want to be there. And that's why you got to be solid as men. You got to be something that you could say you the prize. And money is such a small part of it. Do not let people put, oh, they done made it now. They done got a couple super chats, cash apps. They done got some ad revenue. They done made it now. Don't let them put you down. Don't let these women put you down. You are who you say you are. And don't ever view another man higher than you view yourself. Even your own father. The ones you respect, equal or less. No, none of them should be higher. Don't let these dudes try to have you thinking they cute and you ugly. That stuff don't even matter. Cute dudes to women have just as many problems, if not more. And I guarantee you, it's more dudes that women, the majority of these women are attracted to with chirpies, the herp dirt, than not. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. You hearing from the prophet. So that's the first thing. Don't argue and try to convert women to polygyny. Next thing. Love being alone. If you don't get along with her, you know you're going to have to get your own place. Do not move in another woman's house. If she makes more than you, you still king her or you thing her. That's what I call it. King or thing. Thing means you get away from around her. She just a thing. She just a thing. Remember in school, you learn person, place, or thing? If you're not a king to her, then she is just a thing. So love being alone. As men, don't fight with these women. They'll bait you into arguments, especially if you've known them for a long time. And you got kids with them. They will bait you in. But you got a king. If they don't see you as king, you still got to see yourself as king. And kings do not argue. They banish. You ain't with the king, you get banished from the kingdom. He ain't going to say, okay, well, I'm going to give you my kingdom. Do whatever it is. No, that ain't how real kings work. You got to be firm and fair in your dealings with these women. Don't go to disrespect, man. It's all right to still hold doors open for them. You know, stuff like that. You're a man. We stronger. A woman that can bench press more than you is practically not a woman. She don't want to be a woman. Next thing, if you have to work it out, you probably need to get out. You got to figure out what's worth working out. And I got that down here too. Be honest with yourself. If you were the one causing most of the problems, if you had a unicorn or you got a unicorn and you was causing them, listen, don't let what you hear on here cause problems. If your girl acting right, this don't apply to you. When she start acting up, now it applies. So it's all right to know about it, but don't let it ruin good relationships, man. Don't let it ruin good relationships. If it don't apply, let it fly, like they say. So, what I want to do now is I want to put some points out here. And I want to show you some things that we need to view as more important. So the first point I want to put out here is relationships are not the issue. People are. It's not, I'm never getting into no relationship. No, ain't nothing wrong with relationships. It's something wrong with people. And that's why you don't try to have a relationship with a person that's just broke all up, beyond repair, this, that, and the other. You got to figure out, is this worth my time? And am I willing to put in a little work over here, over here, over here, over here, or anywhere? So the issue is people. The next thing I want you to understand is, in your mind, you don't say this to them. In your mind, you should be saying to them, within yourself, not to them, but within yourself, make me like you. Make me like you. See, women don't want to have to impress a guy. They want the Luciferian stuff, all this weirdo governmental TV soap opera stuff. They want to throw all that in there that led to these problems in the first place. So that's your attitude. Make me like you. Earn my attention and possible love. That's how you should be looking at them when you out to dinner, when you at the movies, when y'all in the car. You don't look at them like, all right, what can I do to impress her? You look at them like, what can she do to impress me? That's kinging. That's kinging. Y'all playing checkers. Well, if you're going to play checkers, then you should be trying to get crowned. If you're going to play chess, then you got to learn how to move them pieces around the board in the chess game as well. These people play games. You got to know what's game being played and how you going to react to win that game. So let's look at some no-goes. A woman who says they have male friends, no-go, end it, control your lust, go do what you got to do, take matters in your own hands, whatever. Block, whatever, stop, just stop that right there. I got male friends. Okay, well, listen, I ain't telling you to end the date. You know, you could just vet her out a little bit and keep asking her, keep prodding on that male friend thing. But that's a no-go. So if she can't explain that one, which 9 times out of 10 she can't, that's a no-go. The next thing, women who won't let you see their non-erased history on their phone. Out of the blue, you don't went out with her on a couple of days. Y'all know each other, y'all dealing with each other. Let me see your phone. Let me see your phone. Give her your phone. You are mad. You should not worry about her reaction to your phone. Now, if your relationship is crumbled, I wouldn't give her my phone. And I wouldn't care what's on hers. But a woman that you might possibly establish this or that with, ask her for her phone and give her yours. Ask her for your phone and give her yours. So, the next thing, women with husbands or boyfriends, no go under any circumstance. Don't try to act tough. I don't care who your cousin them is. I don't care who you hang with, who you ride your motorcycle with. If they got a husband or they got a boyfriend, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. I had a chick out here tell me, well, I got a boyfriend, but that don't mean nothing. Like she was flirting around. I looked at her like, I just laughed and kept going. I just laughed and kept going. You know how people try to use other people and then they start talking? She was like, I got a boyfriend, but what that mean? I looked at her like, I kept going. I kept going. And that's what you should do. You know, ain't no rush to this. So the next thing, we're going to get into some things that you need to understand. First point, it is okay to give a person a chance. But consistent confrontation, chaos, dump button. Dump button. Even if you got to say it. Dump button. Shit, what you mean by that? Oh, you going to see. However you can slide out. Some of these women going to try to get you in trouble, man. And they might get violent. You got to know what you're dealing with. You know, when you hit that dump button. But it's all right to give people a chance. But once you see that this ain't going to be no peaceful thing, dump button. So the next thing, money, money, money. If you ain't got money, if you do got money, it's time to get more. If you broke, your goal should be to get you $1,000, like in the sock, wherever you want to put it, safe, bank, wherever. Get you $1,000. Then once you got 1,000, you get 2,000. When you just keep working, because you need to get to that $10,000 if you're not there. If you there, then you just need to keep going up, because this will take away your dependence on women. See, some of y'all dudes, y'all be living with these women. They got their scrubs on, butt hanging out, fat butt, they Crocs, and you living in their house. No, that's a no-go. Back to the no-go. Do not live in these women's house. Live by yourself. Learn how to watch TV. Learn how to play video games. Learn how to lift weight. Do something. Go fishing. Go to the lake. Skip rocks. But you listen, you are sinning against God, giving a person that much leeway in your life. You got to let go. Some of y'all done broke up. You sad, man. Let go, man. Let go. Let go. So now, what we got next, I told y'all this was going to be heavy. We finna get into the categories of women and how you should go about it in terms of seeking wives, seeking concubines, so on and so forth. So let's start with single women with no kids. I would say age 20 to 30, low body count, all races. This is the first place you want to look for concubines, especially if you don't have children or you want children. Because you mess around and hit it off with somebody that's 45, You know her eggs ain't gonna be the same, and them doctors gonna be acting lazy, and it could be some issues more. It could be issues regardless. But that's another thing. You start having kids, man, you gotta pay for that pregnancy and that childbirth. You need to be in there checking them doctors. What's in this? Not letting them do this. We don't want to get into the medical aspect because I don't want them to try to, you know how YouTube get. So that's where you want to look first. For your concubines and your wives is age 20 to 30. Here's why I say this. Because you don't want them to be already went out there and went wild. Because these guys make it like all these young girls is just the place to be. No, they not. Some of them done had 200 already. I used to work with juveniles. I know. Some of them scarred, you know, had issues with their family and stuff like that. This is what you got to vet out. But were you a good place to start? You talk to somebody, because another thing, conversate. Don't be the dude, these guys telling you not to say nothing. You walking around with your nose in the air. You know, if you see something and you get curious, it's all right to conversate. So, single women, no kids, low body count. You supposed to be vetting all of this. Age 20 to 30 is the first place I would tell you to look. Pay for the STI test on yourself and her. If you had chirpies, like y'all dudes, y'all know if y'all got chirpies, throw the H in there, you know what I'm talking about. Get with somebody else that got that. Don't be spreading that. That's why you got to vet. So you tell them the truth. Like, hey, listen, I ain't going to lie to you. I got chirpies. If you got it, that's okay. That's, you know, I ain't trying to give it to you. I'm just letting you know such. Instead of just trying to spread it, you desperate, man. All right, you and your little sword up thing, man, you supposed to be taking matters into your own hand. No pun intended. Instead of passing that around, you know. So get that test. So if you ain't got nothing you want to know, she don't either. The next thing, single women with young kids. Single women with young kids. Do not stepdad. If you like them, best option is what I call non-live-in concubine. Non-live-in concubine. What does this mean? It means if you like her, you can deal with her. Don't stepdad. Stay out there. Let her deal with her own kids. If you have any drama with any dudes, dump. If the first time, you know, she try to come to you for your advice, and then she try to, you know, backhand your advice, dump. Be like, listen, you got too much going for me. But if you like somebody and you want to give them a chance and they passing all your tests, you can concubine. Your concubine don't have to live with you. She got kids, man, and my hair is looking rough. But listen to what I'm saying. If she got kids, man, that's your best option if you want to deal with her. If you say, okay, well, I'm gonna make her one of my concubines, and she agrees, she should not be the only one. Definitely not. Like, hey, you got kids. You know, you got kids. Why should you come at her like that in a nice way, though? You know, so the next group I want to talk about is single women with adult children over the age of 30. They over the age of 30, they got adult children. Maybe they had one when they was young and wild, or maybe they like 39 with a like 18-year-old, 19, 20. Let's talk about them. Give it time. Again, if you have properly vetted, you want to see what happens, that's fine. Just give it time. You're liking what you see, find out. And again, non-live-in concubine for a while if you choose to make her that. Now, what I need to do now is I need to talk about age 40 to 49. Because some of us in our 40s, and you know you got that brainwashing Or sometimes you might just, like me, I do like, kind of like women that's close to my age. 43, 45, 46, that's fine. But let me tell you something about that though. Do not let this group sexually trick you. Do not let them, look, if she trying to shower you, she trying to drown you with sex, be like, so were you doing this with your ex-husband? No, I ain't do nothing with him for 2-3 years. She gonna do you like that if she get mad at you. So, like I said, don't let them sexually trick you. They'll start out, man, they'll just be throwing it on you, treating you like you their husband. Vet out their ambition, their physical and sexual energy, unless they get like a disability check or a retirement pension or something like that. They should be working. They should be helping you build. Y'all should be, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't need their help building, but if they're gonna be around, they can contribute. That's almost like, let's say you got a church and you got that person that's a member, but they don't never give. Should they be a member? They shouldn't be a member. You a member, you should be giving. So you got to be careful with that group. Now, the old women, age 50 and up, menopause age, I would say it's up to you. Vet their physical and their sexual energy. See how down they are to help you. These can be decent concubines, but you have to firmly king over them. And sometimes you got to squeeze to see what juice come out of these people. You got to know sometimes you got to push people buttons. And sometimes it's good to see them push yours, because then you'll know what you up against. So with those two groups, that's the most important thing. You got to vet out their energy. If you stay up late, if you be watching movies at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, and they want to go to bed at 6, and then y'all both off, and they still going to bed at 6, that's going to kind of take away from things. You want to get somebody that can match your ambition, that match your physical and your sexual energy. See, that's why you got to vet. Don't let these women, if they get loud and boisterous when you start vetting them out, that's a red flag, man. What do you got to hide, man? I'm trying to see, if it's something there between them. You act like you hiding something. Like that thing, like you get to asking them about their STDs. And they jumping around the question. It's probably because they still probably got them. And you gonna stick? No. This is why it's important to vet. Say, well, I'm finna, me and my husband separate. Then you vet them out and you find out they ain't. They still scared of them. They feared losing them. And here's another thing you gotta watch out with these women, man. Some of these women will deal with you based on convenience. They won't even love you. They won't even like you. You know this by when they start holding sex from you. You know this by when they start putting in no effort sex, pity sex. You know this by you arguing with them all the time. They don't trust your decisions. They scared to fail, stuff like that. You gonna fail in life, man. And you going for yours, man, you got to get somebody else that's willing to go for theirs. And let's say you got 2 concubines. Like I tell you, you got to take them out together to see how they interact. You should do it a couple times. See how they interact. If they arguing and stuff, be like, not good. Not good. Yeah, hey, listen, women are not in your life to stop peace. Women are in your life and supposed to be in your life to contribute to peace. How can they contribute to you having more peace? See, y'all get into this thing, some of y'all idolize y'all kids. And let's talk about kids. You know how when they little, they be like, Daddy, hugging you every time. Then they start getting older, you come home, they look at you and they walk away, close their room door. This is why you don't revolve things around kids. You bring them in this world, you look out for them based on their level of respect and support of you. If your kids treat you like dirt, hey man, it's your decision what you gonna do. And you should not be arguing, just like you shouldn't be arguing with her, you should not keep arguing with your kid. You start arguing too much with your kids, especially when they grown, it's time to figure out, are you too old? I asked my son one day, I said, man, I think you might be getting too old. Because me and him was having a disagreement about something. My sons is great guys, man, but they grown now. So you don't stop being king because your kids is grown. Your kids don't want you to be king. That's when it's time for them to skedaddle. And I don't care if they see her, if the mother is disrespecting you, they still better respect you. They still better respect you. What is that? I'm seeing a little light right there. So, what else do I want to talk about? Man, I covered a lot of this stuff, man. The rest of this, we're going to talk about tomorrow. I'm going to do a whole separate video on this. This is going to be an extension of what I broke down today. Again, listen, let me show you something, man. This video is entitled, How to Vet, Seek, Dump, and Deal with U.S. Women. See, a lot of y'all, you got Austin Hollerman all the way halfway across the world, living off your dime. He all out of the country, living off the country. Make it make sense. And y'all going along with it. The answer is not to hate these U.S. women. The answer is the woman you got a problem with, don't deal with them. Don't deal with them. Because, hey, listen, I done seen some attractive ones on some of them little Passport Brother video. But I've seen some more attractive women here. I mean, like this area, like where Milwaukee, Tulsa, Brookfield, man, you got women of all different races, man, all different shapes and sizes. That a lot of them are attractive. Most of them are more down the middle, mid. But they could be mid if they gonna contribute to your peace. Trust me, man, I ain't trying to be nasty, but you gonna get, listen, if a woman know how to act, she got the right attitude toward you, you gonna get some major blasts. You gonna get some major blasts. You gonna be empty. You gonna be empty. You say, but this the crazy one. That's in your mind, man. That's in your mind. It's the crazy ones that's the best. That's in your mind. That's something kinky that you got going within yourself. How could somebody that remember how Pimp C said in Diamonds Against the Wood? He said, all we do now is F and fight. That ain't healthy. Health is important. You got a certain kind of health in dealing with relationships that I call relationship health. Your relationship should be healthy too. If she shut down on you, she don't want to do nothing, you got to leave her alone. You gotta leave her alone. What's next? She gonna have somebody kill you? She gonna try to poison you? You can't trust nobody that act like that. And I ain't trying to hear nothing about that Bible, man. Listen, if you were so into the Bible, you would look at them verses that's talking about you and your role. And that's what y'all need to tell these women. If you so into that Bible, you should be looking at them verses that talk about your role. If you not obeying them verses, man, you ain't into the Bible. Go sit down somewhere. I'm trying to hear that, man. And some of them, over time, you'll start seeing them talking a little different. Their faith used to seem like it's up here. Now, they trying to go around having faith in God and respect and adoration for God because they not handling their trials right. And that'll spill in. Listen, man, trust me. If she holding a grudge against God, she got one against you too. And you can't fix her. You just got to let her go. And whatever gonna happen in her life. She thinks she gonna try to treat some other dude better than you, and you was doing right by her, man, she gonna be wasting her time. But anyway, we broke that down, man. We broke that down. Put it in the comments if you want me to continue along these lines. I got something that's gonna continue, but I want to kind of make that a little separate. I want to make a whole separate video on it. So make sure y'all sharing this stuff, man. Even if it's hey man, I got something I want you to watch. Y'all gotta learn how to get past looking at outward appearance, man. This is how some of these guys is fooling y'all, man. Compare what I say to what they say without thinking about outward appearance. Because I be out here working, man. My hair be getting wild. Look, I got a lot of hair, man. My hair is long. And so when the wind blows sometimes, I'll be out here, man, without my gel and whatever else I'm put in, it gets wild. It's time for a touch-up too. But listen, if that was the case, y'all wouldn't have listened to that person we call Jesus. Because if you look at further, if you go deeper into the historical accounts, he wasn't somebody that you're going to be like, man, he look blessed. I'm finna kick it with him. That wasn't it. That's why they got so mad at him. Like, who this dude think he is? It was one of those kind of things. But anyway, I'm about to go to the store and I'm about to head home. Well, actually, I'm going to go to a couple stores, do some running, and I'm finna head home. So stay tuned. Shout out to my subscribers. Thanks for all the comments, all the encouragement. Even when y'all challenge me, that's perfectly fine. You don't gotta agree with me, man, but at least try to get an understanding in what I'm saying and see if it might help you. But again, king over these things. If she can't be a queen, and if you talking king, queen, you should be like, well, I want you to be my queen, but I don't want to just have one queen. What difference do it make if she's a queen and you got another one, if you treating her like gold? These women just into that old weird stuff, setting their ways and stuff. Don't pay no attention. Just move on. Find one that it's just more important how you do them. But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all tomorrow with more videos.